All right, everybody. Teacher Kieran here. Welcome to Grammar Space Beginner Book 3, Unit 6, Frequency Adverbs. Frequency adverbs tell us how often something happens. Common frequency adverbs are always, usually, often, sometimes, and never. So here is the chart. So always is 100%, usually is about 80, often a little bit more than 50, like 60 to 70 or so, sometimes 40-ish, and never is 0. They usually come after the verb be or before action verbs. Here we go. Subject, be, frequency adverb, and here is an action verb. So Laura is always busy, okay? Laura always eats breakfast. So here's the action verb. Laura is usually busy. Laura usually eats breakfast, right? Eats because Laura is she. Laura is often busy. Laura often eats breakfast. Laura is sometimes busy. Laura sometimes eats breakfast. Laura is never busy. Laura never eats breakfast. Lisa never gets up late. She is always busy. How often do you eat breakfast at home? I usually eat breakfast at home. So how often, guys? That's for to ask a question about frequency, okay? Adverb frequency. Let's take a look now in our workbook. I usually eat breakfast. Complete the sentences and write the letters. So we have often, sometimes, always, and never. She goes abroad. So that's to a different place, okay? Sometimes, okay? So that is going to be. So she sometimes goes abroad. I something clean my room. Oh my Lord, never. So that is D. I never clean my room. Uh-oh. The boys are something noisy. Always. Right? Always. Just like you guys, right? Always noisy. And something snows in the forest. It often snows in the forest. Let's read again. She sometimes goes abroad. I never clean my room. The boys are always noisy. It often snows in the forest. Okay? Write the frequency adverbs in the correct places. We something watch TV, something in the mornings. Okay, so which spot do we put the adverb of frequency? We never watch TV in the morning. We watch TV never in the morning. Or we watch TV in the mornings never. Da-da-da. Right? Put it before the action verb, watch. We never watch TV in the morning. The boys, something, are polite to their parents. The boys are always polite to their parents. The boys are polite always to their parents. So after the verb be, the boys are always polite to their parents. They something have dinner, something at home. Okay, so have is the action verb, and now must come before the action verb. So they usually have dinner at home. My sister something is late for school. My sister is often late for school. My sister is late for often school. Okay, so just like what we did here. Here's the verb be. Here's the verb be often. Okay. It is sometimes very cold here. Here's the verb be. It is very sometimes cold here. It is very cold sometimes here. The verb be. Sometimes very cold here. So we never watch TV in the mornings. The boys are always polite to their parents. They usually have dinner at home. My sister is often late for school. It is sometimes very cold here. Complete the sentences using frequency adverbs. So look here, exercise every day, drive the car almost every day, eat out half, a little bit more than half, do the dishes a little less than half, and cook never. My dad something exercises. So look, always, right guys? Always exercises. Something drives the car. Usually drives the car. He often eats out. He something does the dishes. He sometimes does the dishes, but he never cooks. Okay, you guys understand that? Hope that makes sense. Change and rewrite the sentences using the frequency adverbs. We have class outside. So we just put it before the action verb. We sometimes have class outside, right? So gets up, there's the action verb. Tim usually gets up at 9 o'clock. Okay, here's the action verb. All right, so I often eat salad, salad for lunch, okay? It is, all right, so there is the verb be. It is usually hot in summer here, okay? So we put it after the verb be, right? Right here, we put it after the verb be. Okay, we sometimes have class outside. Tim usually gets up at 9 o'clock. I often eat salad for lunch. It is usually hot in summer here. Complete the passage. All my classmates like soccer very much. Soccer games usually have. Okay, so this is all mixed up, okay? We usually, and the action word is have soccer games after lunch, right? There's the verb. But I something because I something. Okay, so score is the verb. So we're going to put the adverb first. I never score any goals because always am the goalkeeper. Okay, so because now here's the verb be, we put that first. I am always the goalkeeper. I love that position, but okay, so here the verb be is, right? So there it is, the be there. It is sometimes boring. Scoring a great goal. Imagine so I often, imagine is the action verb, right? I often imagine scoring a great goal. So let's read it one more time. All my classmates like soccer very much. We usually have soccer games after school, but I never score any goals because I am always the goalkeeper. I love that position, but it is sometimes boring. I often imagine scoring a great goal. Choose the correct answer. Your room always is clean always, is always clean. Okay, so here's the base verb, guys. So our adverb goes after. So it's got to be see. Okay. Your room is always clean. Number 2, something in my hometown. All right, so it is, right? It is. Cold usually or usually. So we put here's the verb be. We must put the verb, the adverb, after. So it's got to be that one. It is usually cold, okay, in my hometown. My sister, something for me at the bus stop. My sister is often waits often, often waits. So the action verb is waits. So what do we do with the adverb? We put it before, right? Is often waits often, or often waits. So we don't need is often waits. So it's got to be often waits. Often waits for me at the bus stop. Choose the wrong sentences. I sometimes do the dishes. I do sometimes the dishes. Do is the action verb, so we need the adverb in front. So this one is right. This one is the wrong one. Okay? Mark never is afraid of insects. Mark is never afraid of insects. So afraid is the action verb, and is the verb be. So the adverb has to go after the verb be and before the action verb. So it's got to be B is correct. A is wrong. There we go, guys. Hope that made sense. Watch it again if it doesn't, and I'll see you in the next unit.